There are 4 behaviours that predict the end of a relationship so reliably they've become known as the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. In this video, we'll examine what these behaviours are and how you can avoid them ruining your relationship. The 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse were derived from research conducted over decades by John Gottman and his colleagues. They conducted research on what features and behaviours were predictive of a relationship success or failure. They noted that there were 4 behaviours that were particularly toxic to relationships. You're so critical. Every time we go out, you find something to complain about. Why do you always do this? Criticism occurs when what starts off as a legitimate complaint becomes something of a personal attack. So, I wish you would do the dishes becomes, you never help me do the dishes, you're so lazy. Criticism of this kind is an early warning sign of a relationship failure. The antidote to criticism is a gentle startup. So the next time you have a complaint you want to articulate to your partner, instead of going out on the attack, try starting that complaint with an I statement. For example, I feel overwhelmed when the dishes pile up. Can we work out a plan to deal with this? These statements work by encouraging cooperation rather than promoting conflict. And couples that use them tend to have more productive and less stressful conversations. Yes, I know I said I'd take the bins out, but I've been really busy today. Why couldn't you just do it? Defensiveness happens when someone feels blame for something and responds to that blame by either making excuses or trying to tip the blame back onto the other person. Not surprisingly, this tends to escalate conflicts rather than resolving them. It's often a response to criticism, which is another good reason to ensure that when you have a complaint, you don't make it personal. The best way to address defensiveness is to practice taking responsibility where it's appropriate to do so, even if it's only for a small part of an issue. This tends to de-escalate conflict and promotes a constructive resolution to a problem. Couples that practice doing this are more likely to resolve conflicts productively. Yeah, because you're so perfect, aren't you? Contempt occurs when a person tries to act superior to or undermine their partner using things like sarcasm, mockery, eye-rolling, or a combination of these things. Perhaps unsurprisingly, it's the single strongest predictor of a relationship breakdown. You should regularly express gratitude and admiration for the good qualities your partner possesses, rather than consistently criticising them for the qualities you're not so keen on. Couples that focus on the positive aspects of their partner's behaviour are much less likely to experience contempt. You know what? I don't want to talk about it. Stonewalling occurs when one partner withdraws from a difficult conversation, either physically or emotionally, therefore shutting down that interaction. This often occurs when someone feels overwhelmed during a conflict. Stonewalling can be addressed using self-soothing techniques. For example, taking a break during a heated conversation to calm down. Taking a break during a heated conversation might seem like an example of stonewalling in and of itself, but there's a big difference between refusing to continue to take part in a conversation and asking for that conversation to be postponed until you feel in a better position to continue it in a constructive manner. Even a break as short as 20 minutes can prevent a difficult conversation from escalating into a full-blown conflict and promote a much more positive and constructive interaction afterwards. It's important to note that the odd appearance of 1 or 2 of the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse doesn't immediately spell doom for your relationship. But if you notice any of these behaviours becoming a consistent feature of your relationship, then you need to act quickly to address them, because if you don't, well, that relationship is very unlikely to last. Be good to each other, and I'll see you in the next video.